Once upon a time, there was a good old traditional housewife. She cooked, she cleaned, cared for her children and the man of the house, and of course, she didn't talk back. She was both obedient and soft by nature. She was a good woman who always made good choices.
Shut that shit off.
We're good moms, bad choices.
Two single moms
Who said fuck the patriarchy
shared all their bad choices
and found out they weren't so bad after all.
We're experts,
overshares,
and your new besties.
sit back and enjoy the ride.
Welcome back to Good Moms, Bad Choices.
I'm Erica.
And I'm Jamila. And today,
How are you?
it's feeling spicy. You know, Jamila if you're nasty.
not to be confused with Jamila.
Not to be confused with Jamila. You know, I went my whole life mostly being called Jamila.
I think when I met you was when you finally stopped. I think because I was like, why is everyone calling you that? I thought your name was Jamila. You're like, you're right.
Finally, who cares? I mean, I grew up in the Valley. Shit, my teachers called me Jamila. And then when I would tell people Jamila, they're like, oh, really? I'm like, bitch, it's not that different, you guys. So
It's more beautiful.
it means beautiful.
Exactly.
So, Jamila. Sorry. I had to really get it in there.
Happy hump day, bitches.
Happy hump day. How are you feeling?
I feel good. So if you're watching this YouTube or this episode, it's my first episode with my new haircut.
Yay, short hair, don't care.
I cut off all my hair. I'm a bald baddie bitch. And I'm blonde also. And I tried to put some pink in it last night. I went to the gym and I put this like color deposit in
At
there.
the gym?
No. I went to the gym and I came back and then I put this color deposit in because my hair is like, it was like an ashy blonde. It like wasn't blonde and it's obviously not blonde enough to take on deposit conditioner. I fell asleep.
Oh, it
with
was conditioner.
It's like a color deposit.
You need to get a rinse.
Well, I usually, when my hair is red, remember when I had that red? I thought it's the same thing that I used, but anyway, I fell asleep
you need to
with
go
it.
jazzing. You need to go old school, the pink bottle.
This was my last attempt at deciding
Let me
if
come over.
I
I'll
want
do
to
it.
stay blonde. Because I was like, I'm not, the blonde look in the morning when your hair's not done, it's stressful.
No, it washes you out.
I look washed out. I look like a fucking piece of cotton candy.
You got to put on a full face, like every time.
Bronzer.
Yeah.
I look beige, like a beige worm. So anyway, I was like, maybe if I put a little pink in there, it'll just jazz it up a little bit. So it's like it's doing a little rose goldish, I think, moment.
It looks
But
beautiful.
I don't know. I'm counting my days of blonde. I might be going back to brunette ASAP.
I mean, the good thing about having short hair is that it'll grow out in 5 minutes. You can go blonde, you can let it grow out, you can go brown. I love it. I think it looks great. I feel like we started the show, you had shorter hair.
I did have I had cut my hair, and then I was like a year and a half into my growth when we started our show. So I was looking at that. I was like, oh, wow, look at the evolution of my hair growth.
I was getting a little bit of, I cut my hair right before January, before we got married, because this is my face mostly, and I didn't want to look different. And then I was like looking at other girls, and I was like, damn, I spent all 12 months of the year growing that hair out.
I'm already looking at Instagram reels of bitches with curly afros and feeling a little jealous. But it's okay. It's fine because I know I can do that.
There's a little bit of mourning when you see people with hair like your, but
And I can't put my hair in a ponytail.
The ponytail.
I can't do a slick back anymore. And I'm just like,
there's
I
no
don't know if I
versatility.
made the right decision. No, I did. I'm kidding. I love
hair
it.
grows back, babe.
I love it. I love it. I love it when it's done. I don't like it when it's not done. I have to like put some Nairobi in this bitch, and then
I mean Nairobi. I literally waited in front of the hair supply at 8:55 and waited for them to wake up, like waiting for them to open the door at 9.
I ordered 2 bottles of Nairobi and the big refillable.
I need to get the big refillable
Yeah,
because
you
it's
bitch.
always out, and there was $14.99. I was like, do I need to get 2? I
No,
was like, let me
get
just
the
get
refillable.
one. I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Nairobi. Shout out to Nairobi. This is not an ad.
Saving shortcuts around the globe,
Around
honey.
the globe. You know how often I am like taking Nairobi worldwide because if I don't have Nairobi, I'm fucked.
She really does. She has a little plastic fucking saran wrap around it with a
'Cause it
rubber
leaks.
band, and she's traveling to Bali, Costa Rica with this fucking like 4 inches of Nairobi left to last
for
1
braids,
month.
short hair. It's necessary, bitch.
This is not an ad.
It's not an ad. But if you have short hair and you don't have Nairobi, get the Nairobi, bitch.
Yeah, don't do that other shit. Nairobi's the only one.
I've had other ones, but no,
I've tried. I don't
they
like
don't
it.
hit the same.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Just grooving. I cursed Luna out this morning real bad.
Oh, nice.
I've been the 11 is hitting a little different. Yesterday she asked to go to get a donut before school, and I said okay, and I got in the car and I was like, I had like some. What do you want to say?
I was gonna say, should we introduce her and then she can?
Okay.
comment
Oh
on
yeah.
this?
Let's introduce our guest because we've been talking the whole time. I forgot we haven't introduced our guest that we have been high key stalking for maybe a year and a half,
maybe longer. I was looking back on our DMs and I was like, she was supposed to come on, and then I think we needed to take a little breather for a moment. And then I was like, you know what? When it's aligned, it will be aligned. Yes. And we've chatted in the DMs. We always wish each other happy birthday because we share the same motherfucking birthday. My Scorpio sis.
Yes.
And so I am just so excited to welcome to the show Mama, radio host,
DJ.
Oh yes, DJ.
All the fun shit.
Yes, all the things. Miss Abby De La Rosa.
Hello, De La Rosa. If you're
De La
nasty.
Rosa.
Okay,
Abby De La. I mean,
have to.
Mira, soy Afro Latina. Me
Put
puedo.
on the mic so you don't have to bend down.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I? Is that
yeah,
okay?
Yes.
Yay! I'm so happy to be here.
Me too.
And I just want to add in the Nairobi is like it's a actual must.
It's an actual
yeah,
must.
like you can't. There's no other mousse, whatever it is that can work.
It gives the shine.
It gives
it
the
all.
shine. It gives the lay. It gives everything.
This is like my fourth time just adding Nairobi, no washing. It probably I need to wash it at this point,
Yes.
but it's still looking okay.
No, it looks beautiful.
And I hope that Black people own Nairobi because it's called Nairobi. And something's telling me that
It's not.
it's not. But we're gonna tag them. And can you just send us each a lifetime supply? Thanks.
Yeah, I buy the same amount, the 2 bottles with the refillable.
Yeah.
But you look so beautiful with your hair short. I think that it was the best decision because you're like facial structure. Everybody's facial structure here is meant for the short hair. So I can say we're all giving
snatched.
face. The face cards aren't declining.
Yeah.
You
here,
cannot.
okay?
You cannot rock short hair if you don't have a pretty face.
Yeah.
It's like a must. So if you can rock short hair and get away with
You
it,
do anything.
Your 90s fine.
Absolutely.
Your 90s
Absolutely.
fine.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy to chat with you guys. I've actually looked up to you guys so much because just as a mom in the thick of my motherhood, I really appreciate how like free and open you guys are and how nasty you guys are and how freaky you guys are, but then also like how honest and real it is. I value myself and hold myself to trying to be as authentic as possible in this like conglomerate I'm in, and it's gotten me in a lot of trouble, but I also love women like you who just aren't afraid to just live differently. So I really value and appreciate this platform you guys have created.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
for saying that.
We rarely get shouted out for our nastiness. So thanks
I
for
love
thanks
it.
for
So I
seeing
think
us.
that was one of the things that like really caught my interest was because everybody's so focused on just saying all the right things. And especially for me in my world, it's like you're only supposed to say the right things and do the right things. And it's like, that's not at all what it is. And
Not
I
realistic.
just love that you guys weren't afraid to talk about your sex experiences or, just all the fun things that life is really about. And I loved it so much. And when we had first discussed about me coming on, I was like, I can't talk right now. Like I'm still being silent. And it was just out of fear of always saying the wrong things or uncovering the wrong things. And now I'm like, when I saw you the other day, I was like, I'm ready to just say it all.
She was like, I'm ready. I was
I'm
like,
ready.
okay, bitch. I was like, well, come on then.
Yeah, I was like, she's like, when you're ready, I'm like, I'm ready. Let's just talk. Let's do this. She's like, okay, let's figure it out. So I'm so happy to be here, you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank
Of course.
you.
And the thing is, you guys, you listening to, you're bound to say the wrong thing.
Right?
We are imperfect people. We are
Yeah.
not perfect people. It's going to hurt somebody's feelings. It's not for everybody.
Yes.
So being like, I was just thinking about respectability politics is bullshit. Like you just have to be yourself. And sometimes you might have to apologize and sometimes you grow. And sometimes that's how I felt 2 years ago. And today I don't feel that way. And I learned or whatever the fuck. Yeah. But either way, we're human and we're allowed to fuck up and we're allowed to be authentic and honest and learn. And also just, we don't grow and we don't learn from each other's mistakes if we don't say the real shit.
Yeah.
So
Well,
thank
I'm,
you for coming.
I'm really excited to talk to you because I have a lot of questions.
I'm sure you
Abby.
do, and I'm ready.
I do.
I'm ready.
I think we have questions that maybe other people haven't asked you.
Okay.
Because you're on the Good Moms Bad Choices couch, and here
Yeah, makes sense.
We kind of go deep. We go all the way. We go sex. We go
Motherhood.
healing. We go motherhood. We go magic. We go fuck these niggas. We do a lot of stuff. So I'm just really excited to hear your story and find out more about who you are, Abby, outside of the conglomerate as well.
well. Yes.
I love the conglomerate.
It's true. Yes.
So we have a segment on our show called Bad Choice of the Week. Milah, I know you have a bad choice you want to share, and maybe Abby, you have one too,
Yes.
because as we're all three mothers here, and sure we've made
Lord
all a bunch of bad
Jesus.
choices.
Honestly, I feel like my choice was good.
Okay, well, tell me about it. Let's hear it.
Bad mom, not a bad mom, but a bad mom. So good. I'm living.
I have a couple. Yeah. So yesterday, Luna said she wants a donut, and I said, okay. And we were kind of like running behind. Also, I'm very proud of my child that last year I told her, next year you're going to have to like make your own lunch. You're going to have to get your shit together. It's 5th grade. And this year, she's way better, like more responsible than me. She makes her own alarm. She literally just knocks on the door when it's time to leave for school. She makes her own lunch. She does her own hair. She makes sure her shit is together. And she's like, I'm ready. So I'm really happy that she's gotten to the point where she will figure out her own shit in the morning, because the morning is not my favorite time of day. Anyway, yesterday she wanted a donut. We were at the driveway, and I was like, are you going to go inside and get it? And she's like, no. And I was like, so you don't want a donut? I was like, I have cash. You can just run inside. She's like, no. And then I was like, oh, you're going to just not have a donut. And I hit the corner the other way. And she was like pouting. I was like, don't fucking pout. I was like, when you want something, you go get it. Whether even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's scary,
Do you think she was nervous because she didn't want to go and do the
Yeah.
transaction herself?
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I asked her. I said, what's holding you back from getting the donut? And she just was like looking at me, and I was like, don't fucking just look at me. Like, first of all, I just want to be clear. I don't verbally abuse my child, but I do talk to her like I talk to Erica. And I'm like, yo, what's stopping you from getting what you want? And she was just like. And I was like, girl, stop looking at me like that. I gave you an opportunity. I gave you money. I gave you a ride. I'm going to watch you go in. This is our neighborhood donut shop. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
And she also wrote a paper this year about like her word for 2026 was confidence. And I called her out. I was like, you said your word was confidence. And some things are scary, but you got to say fuck the fear, and you got to go do. I said things are uncomfortable, but you got to push past that. That's life. Anyway, she just stared at me, and I said, whatever.
Yeah.
So this morning I told my other friend, and she was like, we were walking all around when we were 11. And so she's like, well, take me tomorrow. I was like, all right.
She said that this morning?
Yesterday she told me take her today.
Oh, okay.
So I said, okay, you're going to go in? And she said, yeah. So today I took her, and I was making a video, and I was like saying this, and then I was like, here she is coming out of the store, and I was like, how was it? And she was knocked the phone out of my hand.
Like slapped it out of her phone?
Yeah, I have no video because I was videotaping.
No.
Like, don't document my confidence.
Yeah, I
You
fucking
lost
snapped.
it.
And I wasn't
Yeah.
on stories. I was just on my personal. I was going to post it, but after that, then I was like, God, am I like a fucking show mom? So then I was like, what the? I was like, don't you ever fucking slap anything out of my face. I mean, out of my hand in your fucking life. I did you a favor. I gave you money. I was like, don't ever do that. And she was just pouting at me, looking at that same fucking I'll kill you face. But I snapped. I was like, I don't know. I said, you got me fucked up. I was, you really got me fucked up. I was like, because yesterday I went to go hug her. I went to get her from Danielle's house, and she kind of like did one of these. And I was like, don't you ever fucking shrug away from me. Like, I pay your bills. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel like my mother right now. But I was just like, let me tell you something.
That's that Philly mom coming out your girl.
I'm very Philly mom.
Are you?
Yeah, I was
Can't
raised.
tell.
I didn't know she was from Philly.
Both my parents are from Philly. I'm from the
I love
Valley,
that.
but
Okay.
obviously I was parented by two people who don't fuck
Okay.
around. And so then I was like, God, have I gone too far? Like, am I videotaping her too much that she's afraid to be on? Like, I was just like, but I was pissed. Like, maybe because the phone like smacked out of my hand into the passenger seat, and I was like trying to get it. I was like, are you fucking crazy?
Yes.
And Orlando was like, you should have snatched the donut. I was like, I couldn't reach.
Oh my
So she ate the donut?
Yeah, and then and then
In
I was like-
silence in the back.
No, and then I was just like, okay, I've made my point, and then we just started talking regular, and I was like, okay, well, at least she doesn't hold grudges, because a bitch like me holds grudges.
Okay.
Because I was still mad.
I think those are the moments gentle parenting could go out the window, though, because
Who the fuck? You got me fucked up, right?
I definitely feel like that
Yeah,
was
no, that
warranted.
was not,
yeah.
She can't fucking be smacking shit out of your
I was
hand.
like, clearly she doesn't know that I could beat her up. Clearly she's unaware that we're kind of the same size, but I was just like astonished that she did that. And I don't know if she probably didn't mean to do it, and like maybe if it hadn't done that, I wouldn't have reacted that way, but I was pissed. So that was my Philly parenting moment for the week.
It's okay. That wasn't that bad.
Okay.
You just had to.
Maybe you need to tell her, like, if you don't
boundaries.
want me to film, you need to say something.
Well,
That's not how you do that.
Yeah, and I was like, and
Use
that's what
your
I told-
words.
That's what I told her. I was like, I wasn't posting it. I was literally just making a video that you did something confident, you know.
Yes.
Girl.
I think just all around, it was probably a lot for her. Like, she was out of her comfort zone, going in to buy the donut. She felt embarrassed through and through, and then coming out, you're like filming her, so she probably was like, "Get that shit out of my face." But
And
you're
we're both-
mom,
yeah.
so you can't do that to mom.
No.
I was like,
Yeah.
girl. So I was like, damn, did I curse my child out at 8 a.m.? Yes, I did. But
Yeah. It's all right. You guys made up,
we
right?
made
it's
up, we're
fine.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
She kissed me before she got out the car.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
whatever.
she loves you.
So, yeah. I'm gonna
Yes.
go take food to her BSU meeting after this, so we're fine. But
Everything's fine.
I'm just realizing we're at that like that preteen. I hate my mom. Everything everybody does is wrong stage.
Yeah.
And I told her yesterday. I was like, listen. We're not doing that. I was like, I'm going to be your best friend through and through. I'm going to have your back no matter what because I want the best from you. I'm like, so whatever you think you're about to get into, where you're going to be shading me, I got news for you. It ain't happening. Like, I was like, I love you. Like, that's it.
Yeah. Well, you seem like an amazing mom. Both of you guys seem like an amazing mom to your daughters. I'm looking forward to these ages, but I'm also not because I know I'm going to be in
It's
that
beautiful,
the same
but
shoes.
But there's also like that premenstrual hormonal.
Yeah, 'cause I started my period at 11, so
with
she's
me.
probably just going
it's a
through
whole
it right
other
now.
thing. I can't even like. So yeah.
Just so you know, your areola is making
Is
an
it?
appearance. I can see her creeping
It's
out.
because my clothes is small, but my titties are too
I
big.
see. I know.
So I'm
I
like
just.
the
I mean,
extra
we don't
small
care.
clothes.
Obviously,
I
just
love
wanted,
that.
I just
But
want you
my
to know.
boobs are out.
I saw in
So-
Shan's episode there was like they
a
put a
blur.
blur.
You guys, my titties just fall out in every interview that I've done. I can't help it. I'm like, I should have got smaller boobs.
No.
I mean, we advocate for nipples making appearance on our show.
It
so.
only counts if you see a nipple. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
clearly
that's
it
what I'm
counts.
saying.
Yeah, if you're seeing my nipple, okay.
So have you made any bad choices?
Yes,
this
I
week?
have. I definitely crashed out this
wait,
week.
Tell me about your crash out.
So my crash out was valid. I feel like it's been warranted, and I didn't feel bad about it. I feel like somebody really tried my peace. Like when you disturb my peace, I'm going to disturb your peace.
Scorpio energy.
Big Scorpio energy. And I'm in that era right now where it's like, if I'm leaving you alone and I don't talk to you, I don't hear from you, and you come in and disturb my peace and my atmosphere, and you know you did some fuck shit, I'm disturbing your peace. So I jumped into the car and I was like, you could go wherever you want to go. You're going to sit here and listen to what the fuck I have to say. And my sister had to come in and try to get me out the car. And I was like, no, because we are just not on the same page, and we have routine and schedules. And if you're here on an off schedule, off time that you don't have to be here, you're disturbing my peace. You're not supposed to be here.
Nobody.
Give me a call first. Schedule it, babe.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Schedule
give me a
it.
call.
Ain't no pop-ups.
So
Respect my time.
Estelle was like, if you don't get out this car, I'm like, no, I'm
You
not
have to
getting
drag
out.
me out the car.
I was like, he could drive wherever he needs to drive, but I will grab an Uber. But no, he disturbed my peace and my atmosphere. I'm disturbing his peace and his atmosphere. So
Did you sit in the car until you?
I
drove?
did. Yes, I did.
Did you have the Uber back?
No, I didn't. We sat there. I sat there and I just did not move. Like I was like in full blown like no. And that was my crash out. I don't think it was that bad because I could have actually like thrown shit and hit shit and broke a window. But I just sat there. I did my silent protest. You know, I'm gonna be here.
Cutesy crash out.
It was a cutesy crash out.
This must be a water sign thing. Cause I'm like la 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 la, psycho. Like I can go like very normal.
I just
and
don't
then
like when people have no like awareness and just no accountability of like coming in and disturbing someone's peace. Like if I'm actually respecting myself and being silent and like saving myself from going off because I know that I could sting and say some real fucked up shit and I'm being silent, don't come in and poke the bear.
Yeah.
Because if you poke the bear, then it's going to get...
all hell's gonna break loose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've been really trying my best because I used to be an extremely emotional person.
Really?
Like, oh my God. Anytime I felt offended or disrespected, I would just go off, and go off in the worst way. But it wasn't until my last relationship where I realized I really did some damage, like verbally. So I was like, I really need to learn.
he didn't make it out. Okay.
You know what? I didn't realize he didn't until like years later when we finally had like that healing conversation of like, Yeah, you've said some really fucked up shit to me, and I was like, actually, I owe you an apology for that.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's big of you.
Yeah, no, I really did. And he was like, I really needed to hear that, and I really appreciate that. So I didn't realize how bad it was until that conversation, but yeah.
Oh, well, it sounds like your crash out was valid. I, as a good mom, bad choices, validate your crash out. It's been approved.
Your crash out is approved.
Your crash out is approved.
Bad choice,
Your
good
crash
choice.
out is approved.
Bad choice, actually good choice.
I'm here to tell you both of your crash outs this week are.
That's why you need
good.
friends.
Erica approved.
If your friends don't tell you that your crash out is valid, then are you guys even friends?
Yeah, when we went inside, my sister and I, we went inside, and she was like, look, this just has to be different. And I just started laughing, and she started laughing, and she's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, I don't feel bad about I
really needed that.
I feel amazing about my fucking crash out.
That's my toxic trait. I'll do something, and I'll be like, I actually don't feel sorry at all.
Yeah.
That's me too.
Yeah. Did you have a bad choice?
Let me see. Did I have any bad choices this week? I know I did. I've had like 2 arguments.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think with my daughter if I had any bad moments. I think I told it last week, actually. It was the gun thing. Maybe not. Never mind.
Oh.
What happened?
I told it on a few episodes. I'm just trying to think, like, what are my bad choices? My daughter, like, I thought we thought someone broke in, so I pulled out a gun, and then she got really scared, and like I was like telling her to chill the fuck out, and she wasn't chilling the fuck out, and then it was like I was like, this could go bad. Like, I cannot be arguing with you when I'm trying to like protect us.
Yes.
To come to find out, my massage table fell downstairs, and everything was fine.
No one broke in.
Stop.
But it was a good learning lesson.
Okay.
But no, I don't think I have any bad choices off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
But anyway, Abby, I want to know more about Abby de la Rosa.
Yes.
And who you are.
Okay.
Where'd you come from? Where I know that, like, it's so funny because you popped, I guess, out again when you entered into your relationship with Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't know that you were from radio. And then when I realized you were from radio, I was like, I know that name. And I was telling Milah, I was like, you know why? Because in radio, we don't see you.
Yeah.
Same as podcasting.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, now it's a little different because of YouTube and stuff. But yeah. But like, I never saw who you were, but I
Yeah.
knew your name. So I'm just curious, like, even before radio, where did you grow up? Give us like a little history of you.
Okay, a little history. I am from East LA. I'm from Whittier, but I was born in Paramount, so I've always been like a LA girl. My parents are from Mexico, and I am full Latina. I'm Mexican American, and I just grew a love for radio in high school. And I was a cheerleader. I was a tennis player. I did all the things. I had a really good foundation, parents still together, super religious background, all the things. But I feel like that was necessary to like create who I am today.
Catholic?
No, Christian, but I was apostolic. So I was like not allowed to cut my hair, wear pants. Like we did like the long sleeve thing. So I grew up in a really religious background, but I had really beautiful parents that were just on more of like this is what we chose. Eventually you can have a choice for yourself and choose what works for you. We're going to love you and support you either way you choose to be. So, or whatever you choose to believe in and things like that. I mean, granted, it was still really difficult when choices were made, but they have always loved and supported me. And when I was in high school, that's when I found out that I really loved voice. Like I really fell in love with who I was listening to on the radio. Like I felt like I knew them. I felt like I loved the parties they created in your mind, and you know the way that you can feel like, oh my God, you know me, like you know my story and things. And that's when I made a choice that I wanted to do radio when I graduated high school. And
So you knew really early.
Oh, I knew so early. Yes, Ortiz specifically, who's now back in radio, but she was the afternoon girl, and just I would catch her like in between practices and things like that. And I just always knew I wanted to be like the homegirl for everybody and the voice that everybody felt like they knew. So my aunt, who was really wild at the time, she did raves and was like full EDM queen. She would take me to like all her raves and all that. And there was this DJ named Richard Vision, and she was like, my niece wants to be in radio. She's like, what advice can you give her? And he was like, she needs to grab a mic and if I close my eyes, I should know who I'm talking. Like, I should know whose voice it is. And that needs to be her. Like, practice on her voice and this, that, and the third. And I just remember exactly what I was wearing. I was wearing like this green olive jumpsuit from Forever 21, this big owl necklace. You know when those big statement pieces were in? I was wearing that, and I remember getting that advice and being like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I went to radio broadcasting school. And then I got my first job placement at a Spanish radio station. And then that happened to be in the same hallways as Power 106. And then there, I moved to St. Louis. I was a Starbucks girly. I was a barista for years. Yes, I was a barista.
Starbucks?
I moved to St. Louis with Starbucks still. So I was able to move around and keep my barista job and
Why
just
St.
transfer.
Louis?
My sister went to Bible college out in St. Louis,
nice.
and we had a really tragic loss in our family. So I felt like I needed to reset and just kind of be closer to her. So I moved to St. Louis, and then when I moved back, I got a call from Power 106 asking if I was still interested in the street team, not in voice work or anything. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Because at the time they had like a superstar street team. So I was down.
What is the street team? Is it like you're like out on the street?
Oh yeah, so like
doing interviews and
so
stuff?
we do like the interviews, we do the sales accounts, we like do the whole setup for all the big time jocks and everything. And we're like the face before the face. So we always kind of like felt ourselves in that way. Like, yeah, we're going to make a name for ourselves and stuff. And through there, I came across my mentor, DJ Charisma, and she's the one that was like, no, like your voice, because makeup was what I wanted to do. And I just figured, even though I went to radio school, I could get into these street teams, into these hallways and get makeup clientele and build from there. And she was like, no, your voice has to be heard. And I remember being like, I don't think so. But ironically, radio chose me because when I was 2, a radio fell on my head and cracked it. I still have
Not
the
radio
scar.
chose
I have
me.
the scar.
You know what? A TV fell on me, bitch.
Isn't that so
know
crazy? It shows us.
I can't with you too.
It
I
shows
swear.
us.
I call my mama.
I
Did
swear to God, a
anything
TV
fall
fell
on
on
me
me.
No,
significant, Ma?
it's true. I'll never forget a radio fell and cracked my head. It's so crazy. So I just knew that was like my path, you know? When something chooses you, things like that happen, and then you look back and you're like, oh, TV did fall on me,
It
or
did.
a radio
It's a true
fell on me, or
story.
if a book fell on you, a book fell on you.
My mom, it's true. You're, you know, the universe be knowing. Anyway,
Yes.
shows that.
Yes. And that's just how it all started. She just cultivated my voice, and then everybody was like, okay, we need demos and we need voice work. And then that got me into a lot of just weird situations because I didn't have the face for radio. So they say like usually radio girls have the face for radio. So
What does that mean?
That's
it means
AKA
you're
they're not,
ugly as
they're
fuck.
not cute.
Oh,
It
I
means
was
like,
you're
babe,
ugly
let me
as
tell
fuck.
you.
And I was not ugly. So
why you gotta be ugly to be on the radio?
no one can
they
see your
say
face.
because nobody can see your face.
I know, but
I
still.
told, but when she told me that yesterday, she's like, you know, she's from the radio. I was like, you know what? Now that you say that, I can think of Abby De La Rosa. I was like, but it's very rare that she's beautiful.
No, it's
I was like, she's beautiful.
Look at Lala.
She is one of the many people who cross over.
She crossed over.
Okay.
She crossed over.
Think of any other bitch you ever heard on the radio. You don't know what they look
Lala
like.
also was like, let me get skinny real fast too, because remember she
You
was-
know, we just
She had a
the
whole
glow
glow up.
ups.
she
The
did have a glow up. She
glow-ups.
had a
I
whole
mean-
entire glow up.
The glow ups are real, and everybody would say, especially in the hallways, like, "Oh, you don't have a face for radio. You don't have a face for radio."
I cannot
And-
believe how they disrespect women. in
No,
this
no,
space.
it's really
That is
real.
So fucking
It's
disrespectful.
really real.
It is, Erica. I told you this about us. I said,
No, I'm just saying
I
that
said,
like
okay,
this is
really
something
people
people
can see us.
Yeah.
They're like maybe they're also like hiring uglier women or like less attractive women. They're going to give them a chance over the
Yes.
pretty woman. They're like, actually,
We-
you need to be on TV. You're
People
not
are going to drag us for this conversation.
No, but it's true because being a pretty woman got me in so much trouble
I'm
in
just
radio.
saying, how many pretty bitches had
Yeah.
radio dreams that got passed up?
No, it's true. But
you know
that's
who
why all
else?
the pretty girls are now doing podcasts
yeah.
like yourselves. Hello.
I mean, you know how often people are like, Erica. They don't know who's who because they don't know what the fuck we look
Okay.
like. I told Erica in the beginning, I was like, well, we're going to win. People need to see us.
Yes.
I said, people need to see us. I was like, we got to use our looks.
Yeah.
It's true. When you know it works for you, you
Listen,
know, you know your assets.
Yes.
I'm ready to use all my assets, every single one, including my feet, whatever
Yeah.
you need.
Whatever
I
we
love
need
that.
to get
Feet
there.
can make a lot of money too, by the way, so you should. But when I was just doing voice work, they were like, okay, so you're Latina, that's going to be your brand, you have to change your name. So my government name is Abigail Pinon, and I didn't have like a stage name or a stage persona. So a higher up woman was like, I see a lot of potential in you. You just need a different name. Like, you need to be more relatable. And I actually have a cousin named Abby De La Rosa.
I have a cousin.
I do. And my mom's maiden name is De La Rosa.
Oh, okay.
So I remember calling her up because she's a mom in Arizona of 3 kids.
Hey,
too.
and you're busy. Let me use your whole shit.
I was like, I'm going to start using your name. And I'll never forget the moment I dropped it. Everyone was like, that's it. Like, that is the name. That's going to be your persona. And then it wasn't until I cut all my hair off is when shit really took off.
Your hair looks beautiful. You look great
Thank
with
you.
short hair.
I've been a short hair girly for years. And whenever I try to grow it back, I just never feel like myself.
Me too.
Yeah. So I have been a short hair girly, and those were the moments that transcended into next level unlock, next level. And then I ended up doing all the podcasts before podcasts or like streaming was a thing. I did ski. I did everything. Yeah, I did ski radio. I did every channel on his thing. I did all the outside interviews. I did when Ski did Dash, then I did Dash, and then I did Young California, and then I did just everything that you could imagine. The grind was so real. I was so hungry. And then I finally got my big break in the IE when I approached at Supper Club. There was one of the radio DJs there, and I was like, I'm really looking for a real radio job this time, not like a voice job, because I've did commercials for every big company you could think of, like everything that you can think of. I did all the voice work. I did so much, and I just remember just putting myself out there like, I'm ready to really be on radio, like to be a personality now. I've done the work for 9+ years. Like, I was ready. And they were like, okay. So he was like, actually, we are looking for just a 1 day a week jock in the IE. And I remember being like, that's going to be for me. I got a meeting, and that opened the doors to iHeart. And then through there, I was probably only there for like 5 months before Dre Sinatra, another one of my DJ friends, was like, LA is now looking for a radio personality, and I gave your name, so you have to come in. So I did my meeting there, and then it was just like the stars aligned, and that's how music brought me everybody I needed, and then that's how Nick and I came about.
So you met Nick through while you were a radio host.
I met Nick. It was like 6 degrees of separation. So through Young California, we were like a DJ group all up and down SoCal to NorCal, and I was the interview girl. So I would go to all the stations and do all the local talent interviews and things like that. So we would partner with his brand Incredible for a lot of mixtapes that we would drop. But in his office, I never went into his office. I would just be sitting like on the outside and just waiting for Charisma or whoever to like finish talking to him. So we were always 6 degrees of separation. And then I went to a listening party at a big studio, and he was walking with his boys, and he just like turned his entire head and looked at me. And my friend was like, that was Nick Cannon. And I was like, who cares? Like, let's just keep walking. Like, I'm on a mission here. I'm in personality mode. Like, I'm the shit
star,
to
bitch.
do. So then it wasn't until, okay, so this is when it really aligned, was my last relationship. He was a day-to-day manager for a big rapper, and the rapper was booked for Wildin' Out. So we walked into Wildin' Out, and Nick was there in the middle, and I remember like sitting at the front of Wildin' Out and just like watching his talent, my boyfriend at the time's talent, and being like, oh my god, this is so cool and stuff like that. And then later, like, the stars finally aligned everything to come about, and that's how we really met. He started sliding in my DMs to invite me to go watch him DJ, because this is when I was DJing like heavily. And he would like see me. I was DJing in London, and he'd be like, please come back soon. I want to meet you. Like, I want to DJ with you. And then one day I just showed up at one of his parties that he had been inviting me to, because also my first love, even though I had a boyfriend, was my career. Like, nothing could move me from that radio board. Like, I was locked in that relationship, and I was always putting that first. So I would always be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm working. Oh no, I'm working. But then finally I showed up one day, and then we exchanged numbers, and we had a first date, and it was just kind of like, I thought it was just like a sex thing, because we had really good sex. So I didn't like, and I knew his reputation in the industry, but then
What, it's like he's a hoe?
oh, he's definitely
okay.
who he is. Yes, who he is. Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I needed to be. I had never heard the reputation. so I
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to-
it was real, especially in the radio industry, because he was the morning show guy and I was the nighttime girl. So I got off at 5 a.m. He was coming in at 5 a.m. So then it wasn't until one day my mentor called me and she was like, Nick had everybody in your and the interns on your profile, like, and I'm upset because I'm your sis, and I'm just thinking, why the hell won't he just ask me about you? Like, why is he stalking your Instagram page like that, and blah blah. And I remember being like, okay. And then later on, I would see him on my stories, and then this and that, and then yeah, it just turned into us just having really good sex for a long time, and then he dropped the L word, and then it was just kind of like
shifted.
up from there. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
7 years.
Okay, so you guys have been dated in
Yes.
I just want to say, like, I think that, like, as an outsider looking in, obviously you're, I think a lot of people obviously associate you with Nick. And I think it's really beautiful that you've had such a, like, long, substantial career that I think oftentimes gets overlooked or overshadowed because of that, because of the man. And as women, the men that we choose oftentimes, especially if they're in the limelight, often take away the focus of, like, what our first love is. And then obviously if you having kids, like, having to take a second back from that. So I just want to, like, commend you for all the work that you've done in the space that you've done.
Thank you.
In radio and, like, the grind of that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I mean, I'm sure, like, when you're in interviews, people are like, so tell me about Nick. And we're
tell
going
me
to
about
get, and
Nick.
we're going to get there.
Yes.
And we're good. We're getting in there.
Yes.
But I just wanted to stop and just affirm you, because I feel like a lot of times people don't do that.
Don't recognize the hustle that's gone
the
in
hustle
prior
was
to this relationship,
so
right?
real, and it does. That's probably been my biggest thing was because I had such a huge career. Sometimes I feel really like lost in the motherhood of it or in the conglomerate of it, because the baby mama shit becomes louder than, like, all your accolades and all the shit that you've done. And I worked my ass off. Like, I did so much, and I'm so proud of myself. Like, I can sit back and I'll be like, I really did that shit before this was shit. Like, I really put in so much groundwork, and sometimes I even forget how fucking cool I am because of, this megastar I have children with, and all the bullshit that comes with the comparison of baby mama drama and stuff like that. And I'm like, even that I'm too cool for. I'm like, I remember Charisma was like, you're just too cool. Do you really want to go down this path? Like, is that really what you want to do? And I remember just being like, yeah, because I was following my heart. I was like, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's just fun right now. But as far as the work is concerned, like, I think that is what I'm so proud of, and that I wish, and I can't wait for more people to really learn that side of me, but also for me to get back into whatever is aligned with my next chapter. So I'm really excited. Thank you for affirming me. That's really sweet. Yeah.
No, it's important. I think a lot of times in relationships, especially with celebrities or, the people want to give all the credit to the man. I mean, obviously we live in a patriarchy, but you are, like, standalone and are famous in your own right and have done your work.
And it wasn't even fame that I chose. Like, I loved local. I loved everybody.
I mean,
in
we're from
LA.
LA, so
Like, I love
local radio is a thing,
Yes.
And we're in LA. We're not in, like,
I loved
Florida.
working with local talent. Like, as long as I had my city, I had everything, and that was so important to me. So when I had that, I was like, oh yes. And then I got knocked up.
Have you experienced any, like, I mean, not obviously. Have you, because it's been overshadowed, because people want to focus on the baby daddy shit or, the relationship, have you experienced, like, shame or guilt or regrets, like, maybe if I had chosen differently, has that come up for you in this process?
Oh my God, yes. Sometimes I think, like, of course I think what if, or how my career would have been, or what it is, but I just don't believe that life takes you in places that you're not supposed to be in. So this was already written. This was already my path. This was already meant to be. So I definitely don't ever live in that too much. I just think out of frustration, I'll go there sometimes in, like, the depths of my soul. I'll be like, shit, like, what if? But at the same time, I'm like, no, this was, like, already purpose driven and purposeful. So this is already my path. And eventually the 7 years I took to not speak, it's really nice to finally speak.
Yeah, tell your own story.
Yeah.
I think it's important too, like for those listening, a reminder, because sometimes we got to tell ourselves who the fuck we are.
Yes.
I find myself having to do that to myself. It is like, if you're listening and you're like, have this, and I'm sure a lot of people, we all have self-doubt, we all are riddled with negative thoughts about ourselves, and it's like a literal reprogramming of like every time that comes up, like really being like, bitch, who are you talking to? Like, even if you're talking to yourself, like, bitch, that's and there's been times where I've had to tell myself, like, you've done this, you've worked hard, you've overcome this, and I'm like, am I crazy pumping myself up? But it's like, you have no idea, like, you're beautiful, you're successful, you're a wonderful mother, and like, even the people that we look up to often are struggling with those negative self-doubt and like that voice in the back of your head. And it's like, sometimes it's like actual practice of saying out loud who the fuck you are and what you've accomplished. Even if the things are small, I think sometimes we forget to look back and be like, oh shit, I've come a long fucking way. You know, like we are like programmed to belittle ourselves and not think of the best case scenario and think of all of the things that we've done. And like, it's powerful to hear you say that, because I know that women and even men experience this, like this like imposter syndrome.
Oh yeah, I have gone through imposter syndrome so much, and I still battle it so heavily, and it's really crazy because I'm like, I never used to be a little bitch when it came to that stuff, you know, like I was very secure in who I am, but for the last 4.5 years my role has been caretaker for my children, and then my son was diagnosed with autism in the thick of that, and it just went from 2 kids to 3 kids to autism to trying to finagle this world I'm in, and it has just been pouring into everybody else. So now in this season, I'm like, God, imagine how like beautiful I'm gonna be and feel when I actually start taking back the energy for myself and caring for myself, because my kids deserve that, you know. And I feel like some mothers, we just deplete ourselves in pouring into everybody else, because I have felt depleted in that I'm like, I've looked at some pictures of myself and I'm like, God, I look so drained. And I know that that's not who I am. But now I'm in the season of like starting to really pour into myself, whether that's starting small or even telling myself, bitch, get over imposter syndrome, you know, every day. And it's made such a difference already. So, yeah.
It makes me think of the work that we do at our retreats, at the Good Vibe Retreat, because that's essentially why so many of the women come, is like they're depleted, they've been pouring into their children, they've never taken a break from themselves, they're not getting watered in their relationship, or they're not in a relationship, and so they don't have the support, and so if you're listening to this right now and that sounds like you, and maybe Abby,
Good Vibes Retreat,
maybe like you know, you feel like you're in a similar space, we're going to Costa Rica for the Good Vibe Retreat. You've heard us talk about this. You should come.
You really should come. It's very
definitely
special.
It's really an opportunity for all the things that you said for you to have the space to actually sit with yourself, to consider, to reimagine, to rebrand, and to just show up without any expectation. To rest. We're going to Costa Rica July 24th through the 29th. And it's 6 days of just luxury and being taken care of and being in the company of other women that are in the same space. And it's wild, it's free, we be naked, we take over the property. You don't have to be naked, but we be topless and running around and just getting served hand and foot. And that's as goddesses and as women and as mothers, that's what we deserve. We are pouring so much into each other, into our kids and our families, our careers, everything. And I know I look forward to this trip every single year, because it always comes at the perfect time where I feel that same itch, that same like neglect coming up. So if you're interested in coming, make sure you click the link in our episode description, or go to goodmamasbadchoices.com/retreat, and you can get all the information and put your deposit down now while you have the time.
You have time, no excuses. That's another thing. Women make excuses about not pouring into themselves. I can't, it's too expensive, I'm tired. But you figured out how to get little Bobby a basketball jersey.
Yes.
You know, like we
but that's
neglect
the mom
ourselves.
guilt. That is so my sister and I were just talking about that last night, because she's like, you need to go do something fun. Like, I have not done anything super fun or wild or just like exuberant in such a long time. And she's like, I'm going to finish my walk and I'm going to go home and you do something. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I literally was like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
But also, like, my kids are going to need this, so maybe I could go to the store to do it. And she's like, no, like, you need to just leave. And I hate that I'm still in that mode of feeling that type of
you're the
guilt.
thick of it too. The kids are still small.
My God.
I mean, yeah, I mean, sometimes it is like when people give you the permission to go do that, you're like, well, what the fuck do I do? Like,
Yeah.
what, huh? And like that can feel like that can also make you feel sad. Like, shit, I don't even know what the fuck to do. But she's right. Like, being free and poor and doing something fun and a little bit maybe wild, a little naughty, whatever, like, it's medicine.
Yeah.
It truly is.
No, my sister lived in Miami for such a long time, and I probably didn't hear from her like until once every 2 months. And when she'd answer, she would look like she was having the best time. And then slowly she's been sharing some of those experiences with me, and I'm like, oh my God, how fucking fun.
Women forget
Like, how fun.
that being wild is in our nature. Like, being feral, being wild, being free,
that part.
having fun. I think we are so like poisoned by the patriarchy ourselves, the guilt and the shame that like ain't shit niggas put on us about like you gotta be a mom. Like, it's like so they can shrink you. And a part of Good Moms and a lot of the Good Vibe Retreat is about like healing is fun. Healing looks like shaking ass. Healing looks like doing whatever it makes you feel like, you know, just because you have a kid or have 3 kids or whatever, you get married, whatever the trajectory it is, doesn't mean you forget the part of yourself that is the animal, like the wildness.
Yeah.
We all are entitled to experiencing and exercising that part of us. In fact, if you don't, like something shifts in you and you feel a little dead inside. Like the whole point of Good Moms is that like women are multifaceted and we are wild and we are free and we do howl and moan and like and that's in our nature. We are sexual, sensual beings.
Yes.
And if we don't exercise that part of our nature, then something dies. And then you feel resentful to your husband, resentful to your relationship, resentful to your kids, resentful to your friends and your homegirls that are out doing their fucking thing.
And you could just see it too. Like, you could see when someone's not getting fucked or having a good time.
Baby, I'd be like, oh my God,
Like,
she's
you
not
can
getting fucked.
actually like see it.
Or if they're just getting fucked.
Or just getting fucked. Like, you
oh,
can
the fucking's
see
not
it.
doing
They're
it anymore.
strung out.
Yeah,
Like the dick is not dicking. I mean, like, it's dicking, but that's all it's doing. Like,
No,
he's feeding
you
you with dick,
can
but he's
see
starving
it.
the rest of you.
You can absolutely see it.
I looked at
1000%.
pictures of myself. I was like, oh my God, I was over dick.
You can tell when you're
But I was
dickmatized and when you're
dickmatized,
absolutely
but I was
not being dicked out.
I was like fun depleted. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So if
Yes.
you're listening and you're either dickmatized and you're fun depleted, or you're dick deprived and you're fun depleted, bitch.
Come
Joy.
on.
We're Good Vibe
Come
Retreat.
retreat.
That's fun.
We're not gonna offer you any dick.
We're not.
There are gonna be some fine guys.
To massage you upon entry, like your
Oh.
shoulders,
Okay,
your
okay.
shoulders, not like what we were talking about earlier.
Okay. Okay.
Not the happy ending.
No.
Although I
no.
could arrange some things for you.
But no, like, I mean, I was thinking about Caress, who came on our retreat, and how we like were at breakfast, and she's like, God, I really want to just jump in the pool right now naked, and we were like literally drinking coffee and eating fucking like pinto,
And I think it was like raining.
and
We're
it was
like, do
raining, and she's like, I want to do it, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it right now. And so we just fucking stripped our clothes off
At the breakfast table.
jumped in the pool naked because it's our property, and like, it's moments like that you don't even think are you have access to, or that are possible, or the things you see in movies that happen in these spaces when women are given permission to just fully express their wildness, fully experience and try on things. And I've seen how it's changed their lives. I know how it's changed my life. I see how it's changed their life, their relationship with themselves, the relationship with their friends, the friends that they make there, the relationship they have there with their kids, all of it. Like, it's just magic. So anyway, click the link in the bio. Bring that ass.
Yes.
And
Your kids will thank you later.
Right,
And see you,
right.
and see you
They'll
choose
be like,
yourself,
Mom,
and they'll know that they can
You're
choose
real
themselves.
light. You're
Yeah.
twirling and you're a whimsical bitch right now. Like, who
Your
is
kids need to see you
this?
be a whimsical bitch.
Yes.
So don't forget that.
So I have a question about your kids. So
Okay.
you're a mom of 3.
Yes.
And
Are 2 twins?
I have a set of twins
Okay.
and a daughter. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got pregnant with my twins. I got
how long were you guys dating before you got pregnant?
not that long.
How long?
Probably
So early on.
like 6 6.5 months.
Oh, yeah, it was
7
quick.
months.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, like before when it escalated from fucking to like
Yeah,
more serious.
So we were like seeing each other, like we were just fucking, and then all of a sudden, like we kind of had like a little break, and then we didn't have a break, and then it was like, you're pregnant, and then
So it wasn't necessarily planned. It
wasn't planned because I came out of having sepsis really bad. Like I was in the hospital, I was in the ICU for 5 freaking intense days of my life, and Nick was just like calling my phone, like, where are you? And then I remember just being like, oh, I found out, like, we had the conversation about like protection after I was out of the hospital. And I had just found out in the hospital that I couldn't have kids because I had like these huge fibroids and all that. And they were like, yeah, like you can't have kids. There was just a lot that happened. And I remember feeling like, okay, well, if that's on my plan. And plus I was in a 5-year relationship where I had never had a pregnancy scare, and it was like monogamous, like all the things. So I was like, okay, if that's what's being told to me, that's true, then
it.
yeah. So I told him, like, we don't have to worry about it. Like, it's all good, whatever. And he was like, okay. He's like, Nick is the type of guy, you say no, he's gonna find ways and things and all that. And then I got pregnant, but then I had a miscarriage, and then I kind of lived my life for a little bit just to kind of grieve that. And we were still together, but not together. That's like a really weird thing because there's like no title in this, but we were still aligned. We were just taking some space. I needed space, and he was on tour and all that. So then, but he was adamant. He's like, let's try again. Let's do this again. Like, whatever you need, I'm down to help you in any way. Let's do it again. And then we got pregnant, and then I was like, I think I'm having twins. And he's like, no, you're not.
You just felt it?
Yeah, I felt it. But my mom also has so many twins in her family that it was like inevitable. And then I found out I was having my twins, and then 6 months after my twins, we had a really wild Valentine's Day, and I got pregnant with my daughter. Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
6 months after?
6 months after.
Damn,
Yeah.
girl.
Back to back, bitch.
Back to back. Yep.
Did you, when you decided to have your children, was marriage ever like on your mind? Like, is the trajectory in which your relationship dynamics and parenting going what you would have thought for yourself?
Especially growing up in a religious household.
Very religious household. No, marriage never was like at the forefront of it. I just think because it wasn't, I always saw myself being married to like my prior partner, but because I already knew what was happening here, like what his whole views were, what he believed to be true, things like that, that didn't really bother me. I was just kind of like, okay, I'm in it.
Like what you're talking about, Nick, his views.
Yes, his views.
Was he always very open about like where he was at, or was that kind of developing as your relationship was developing?
It was kind of developing because he was never really forthright. Is that the word?
Yeah, forthright.
Forthright in his full truth. And it was
like
just
elusive
like,
a little
yeah,
bit?
it was like elusive. It was like, oh, you just see certain things online. You just really don't know how deep or wide it is. And I was just kind of in it to have fun. But then when the babies came, I didn't really think it was like such a serious matter until it was. So yeah, but marriage was never like my thing.
Matter of like what, like the marriage, or like his views on relationship? You said you didn't think it was a serious matter.
Oh, like the not wanting to be married. I didn't think that was like a serious matter to me, even though that was my example fully of growing up. Like, you get married, you have the kids, you have the white picket fence, you have everything, But this was, I just always knew my path was so different. So in whatever ways that was from a child, I've always knew my path was different. So I just kind of flowed with it.
Did you feel like a little bit rebellious since you grew up in a kind of a strict religious household, that you were like, I've realized that I've experienced this and now I don't have to follow the rules in this way?
It's weird, and I've said this so many times, like, it never really felt like I was breaking any rules because Nick never collides like any other relationships. Everybody feels really individualized, and like you kind of just feel like you're with one person, and then you open your Instagram and you're with 20. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like really weird.
Did you know that other women were expecting the same year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So The same year, I didn't know until I was 8 months pregnant after our baby shower. He had just gotten back from a baby moon, and I didn't know
Girl,
that.
I'm about to like the
But
bun. Let me like
she
the
knew
backwards.
I was pregnant with twins, which was really interesting. So our sons are 8 days apart.
Wow.
And then I didn't know somebody else was pregnant, but she had made herself known. Like, she would start DMing my people, like, my friend was a stylist, and one of his other baby mamas was like DMing, like, would you like to collab with me? Like, so she was trying to get in certain ways, and it was just like really weird. And I was like, oh, this girl must be messing with Nick. She's a wilding out girl. She's this, she's that. So then I just like put that aside, but then I started seeing like her name more and like following my friends. Like, my friends would be like, yo, this girl's watching my stuff. It was just weird. And then a year later, she was pregnant, and then I remember us having dinner at Nobu, and he was like, I have several people pregnant right now. And I was like, okay, well, are you ready
Several.
for this?
So that was the terminology.
But you knew he was dating other women while he was dating you. That wasn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't
No.
a secret.
Yes.
And while you were pregnant, you also knew he was dating other women.
Yes, yeah.
And you were okay with that because you've had other relationship dynamics, or you had just kind of accepted that. Like, how did you come to like be okay with that? Because you came from a monogamous relationship.
Yeah. Okay, so my monogamous relationship put me through the fucking ringer. Like, you know, when you find out that when you open the door and you just find out like
It wasn't actually monogamous.
It wasn't actually monogamous, and
Only
it
you.
was you were actually a part of a conglomerate as well like, the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, bitch. I do know.
Yes, this one was actually really nice because like it was just honest and transparent, and it was like, how are you gonna like lose sleep over that when you just know what the vibes are?
You have
and
like a level of respect for that person.
Yeah. Like,
because they're
thanks
honest.
for letting me
Yeah.
know. You know, it was never really fully upfront, but you just knew in the ways where he was like, oh, okay, well. You know, like there was certain things where you were just kind of that you would side eye, but then you'd also be like, you can't be mad at it. Like, it's honest, you know, but I never really felt a way, if that makes sense.
So that night at Nobu, and he was like, "By the way, I have several."
Yeah, so-
was your response immediately angry? Because I think
No.
people forget. People don't realize, because I realize, because I'm a jealous bitch,
Okay.
and I don't want to be. So
Okay.
it really irritates me. But I realize in my observing my own jealousy that it's visceral. Like it's like almost like I've been trained to react a certain way.
Yeah.
So it's not like, damn, I'm being told the truth. Damn, it's not like there's no secrets. Not that I'm in an open relationship, but we were initially. And
Okay.
I'd just be like, shh, and then I'd be like, God, who was that?
Yeah.
You know? But like what? So most people would be like, oh, I'm pregnant, or I just had a baby. This person is delivering this information, and your first instinct is to be, you know, like.
I think I was more like, good luck. Like, that's crazy, you know? Like, that's wild work. I don't think I really thought about it in my own perspective
You're
because that was December and I got pregnant in February. So it still wasn't, I wasn't still involved. It was just like 3 people at the time. And then Valentine's Day came, and then it was two more of us.
This is when you had already had 2 though with him.
Yes, I already had 2. So no, I wasn't like upset or anything. I just didn't want to find out like I did last time on the blogs. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, how did you deal with that? That's
Well,
I mean,
my world got exposed and without my control. So
because you had already because you had been living in this world already, but no one else knew.
But nobody
about
knew.
It. And
Like if I could have had it my way, like nobody would have known I had kids with Nick.
You would have been the secret one. You
I would have
like,
been.
don't
No,
tell
I
me.
was very secretive about it all, and then one day, like, shit just hit the fan, and then it just went all over the blogs and the most messiest of ways. And I remember being like, "Okay, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna plan, and then I'll take the narrative back." So I did this like super lovey maternity shoot just to show like, you guys can't take my power. Like, it just was more like,
I'm so happy,
this is what
bitch.
I'm doing,
Yeah.
and this is how it is. And then that was just my way of just kind of being like, okay, it is what it is. And then we would still have like very open and honest conversations. And yeah, it just never really bothered me. I'm really grateful. Like, my mom was never really like she just always uplifted women and just was different. So for me, like, I never really went in this and being like, fuck her. It's until the disrespect started happening later on in
there's
motherhood.
disrespect?
Oh, and later on in motherhood, of course, but now it's like
internally, not
internally. So yeah.
Is it like through the grapevine, or like someone's calling you up like, hey, bitch?
No, none of them have the balls to ever
Okay,
call me.
okay.
I call them up, but they've always just done the Instagram subs and stuff, you know.
I know for me, like when my baby daddy started having other children, maybe you know this or maybe you don't, but the reason why me and my baby daddy initially broke up is because he got another woman pregnant.
Who is your baby daddy?
His name's Freddie.
Okay.
Freddie Gibbs. He's a rapper.
Okay, that's your baby daddy?
Yes.
Or that's the father of your child?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever said his full name on the podcast.
I don't think I've ever known that either.
Yeah, so we were together for a really long time. Anyway, long story short, he ended up getting another woman pregnant while we were.
Were you devastated?
Of course.
Okay.
I thought we were about to. We were planning our wedding. Like
Oh
it
my
was a whole thing.
gosh.
But I'm thankful for this. It like spawned a whole world for me.
Yeah.
But I even like when that child was born, that was so hard for me. That was so painful for me. Obviously a little bit different because it was like I didn't know he was living these double lives. One would assume now people are like, bitch, you're dating a fucking rapper. What the fuck did you think? But like the way our relationship was and our home life was so intimate, was so connected. That's my best friend. Like it wasn't like what people might think. But then even after that, like I guess what I'm trying to allude to is like the territorialness we have as mothers over our children, but also like that
Title.
Not even the title, but like the title, the time, and just what that means for me, what that means for my child. Now that you're going to have all these other kids, what does that mean for my child? What does that mean for like how much time you're going to spend with our child and how much energy you're willing to dedicate to this? And so I'm just curious, like how that's shown up for you as a mom and a mama bear, and having your child having 12 or I think 12 siblings or 11 siblings. How does that show up for you?
It's been really tough. Yeah, absolutely. Like he's great at balancing the everyday and all that, but just as like a mom speaking without Nick, like I think fathers just in general, I know my dad worked from sun up to sundown, and this man's ambition and just work ethic is so next level. So I always knew it was going to be like an 80-20 as far as parenting is concerned.
Is that a conversation you guys had, or you just knew?
No, I just knew.
Yeah.
I just knew. I just knew also too because my example of a man was like the provider and the worker, and I'm going to be gone. And, my dad was, like I said, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. And this one was just different. It was just a different scenario. So I think, thank God, it didn't really put too much strain on me because I had such a beautiful support system with my family. Like my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister especially, like she moved in with me to help me with my children. And my mom, at the time was COVID heavy, so she came into my place and set up her work computer and would help me with the kids downstairs. So I just had the best support system that I can't really say that his lack of like affected my parenting, but I just knew I was gonna carry a lot of the load.
Yeah, I'm very curious about this. Does he have a home? Or does he live in all of the houses of all the ladies?
No, he lives in all the houses, but
so he has a closet in every home, and he can just step in and be like,
he has one
honey,
place
I'm
for
home.
himself too.
He has his Jersey home. That's like fully Nick. Like when you go into his Jersey home, it's like exuberant, it's loud, it's luxury, it's just all the things
Like a
you can
man cave.
expect. And then all of us have like a home, and he has a closet there, and he has,
I'm like, he's like a traveling gypsy.
yeah.
It kind of feels like that's kind of cool.
I said
cool.
I said in my last interview, I was like, sisterhood of the traveling pants is like the real thing, because we'll end up with like a pair of pants from the other closet and the other closet. It's a really interesting dynamic, and I don't think people are ever going to understand it. It doesn't matter
unless
how.
you're in it.
Yeah, I don't think as much as I talk about it or as much as it gets talked about, people are still not going to wrap their head around it. It's just you have to be in it to understand. You're not.
I have a question.
Yes.
This is really pressing for me. You don't think you're ever going to want a little side boyfriend?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
Okay, that's
right?
what I thought. I was like,
Who
so,
doesn't?
Nick, don't kill me, but I just want to know, because a bitch like me, I'm gonna have a couple of little hoes on the side, little boyfriend,
That's why she was like, nigga, don't be popping up here.
Say, yeah.
Listen, we got a schedule, my nigga.
I'm like below. I think I'm at an age right now too where
How old are you?
I'm 30. I'm gonna be 36.
Okay.
So I'm just at an age where like I'm trying to refine like my sexual, you know, just where I'm at as far as that's concerned, like being more free and liberated because my world is so like
mommy
and just
Focus.
like all the
Girl.
like the P's and Q's and dotted I's and assistants and schedules, and it's just like no, I gotta
you need to
start
break
living
that.
for myself.
Yeah,
you
you need to
know,
break from
like
that.
I need to like shake these titties,
Shake
and
those
like,
titties.
and like you know,
Come on.
there's so many
We're going
things.
on Thursday. You want to come?
Abby. Come on.
Thursday
it's
we're coming.
real.
We're going to a Valley
It's
bar.
okay. Come on.
I don't want them to pop out. You know, I bought them and I haven't shook them yet.
What?
I'm
No,
like,
bitch.
I have not fully
Shake them titties.
shaken these in their full capacity.
You got to break them in, girl.
I had a full boob job. I had a lollipop lift and all that, and I have not.
No, bitch. It's time.
But
First, not been out.
First we're going out, then we're going skinny dipping. We got big
I
plans
wear
for those
like
boobs.
I
Not
wear
even my boobs. I got plans.
I
for those
wear a
boobs.
lot of like clothes like this, so you would think, but like I mean like out. You know,
I'm here for it. Just let us know when.
Okay,
we're
thank
ready.
you.
Okay, well, I'm glad you asked that question because that leads me into a little game that we like to
Okay.
play on our show.
Okay, I'm gonna light the backwood.
Okay.
Are you
Like the
ready?
backwood, yes.
Okay. This is our backwood. Oh, man.
So this backwood is our Banana Foster's backwood.
Nice.
Full
I
dessert.
actually received this from Teddy from the couples retreat.
Teddy gave you that?
Yes.
Bitch, that was
So
6 months. That was
fun.
7 months ago. It's February.
It's open.
Oh, also, I wanted to tell you, speaking of it being February, happy 4-year anniversary of our Good Vibe retreat.
Oh my gosh,
We've been in business for 4 years.
4 years.
4 years. We've been doing 4 years of retreats.
Wow.
And we're going on to our 20th retreat for 420 in Jamaica in April. So congratulations, bitch.
Thank you.
And I don't know if we talked about something. This is totally side because I have ADD. We also reached $1 million in our business last year of the
That's
Good Vibe
amazing.
retreat.
Yes, we did.
And I want to tell you that's a
Congratulations.
huge deal. I never knew ever. I wanted to be a millionaire. I'm not saying we're millionaires.
Oh, that's
But
amazing.
I didn't know. I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
But you did that.
Yeah,
we did that. And I'm very proud of you. And I
Yes.
just want you to take that
So
moment.
cheers to more millions.
Cheers to more millions. Thank you,
Yes.
Teddy. You are our 4-year o'clock blind. And it was a little dry, so I had to do some.
She had to do some doctoring. to
You
the
know, I'm a
backwood.
doctor. You just call me Dr. Backwood, okay? I'm a doctor of the blunt, and I've
was
surgically. put this
Yeah,
one
there was a
back
little hole
together.
in there, and I was like, I don't know what to do. She's like, don't you worry.
We got it.
She got it.
So happy birthday, bitch.
That's sweet.
Love you. Is it working? Okay, you need to put your finger in the middle. You need to like secure it more. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me do this one more time. Manifest with us. Put a manifestation to
love
more
that.
millions, to
To
more
more
retreats.
millions.
I got it.
Oh, we got it. Okay.
I love you too.
That's sweet.
That tastes good.
Is it the Banana Foster with Band-Aid
The
on
banana
it?
Foster tastes good.
So we like to play a little game.
Okay.
And it's called Trigger. And the whole purpose is that we get to know you quick.
Okay.
Our audience gets to know you quick. So we're
Okay.
going to say one word.
Okay.
And you're going to say the first thing, one word that comes back. The first thing that comes up. So don't think about it. Don't overthink it. There's no wrong answers. And
This is Trigger.
Let's do it.
Bad habits.
Bad. I
Bad
just
habit.
say a word.
Yep. What's your bad habit? What's a bad habit you have?
Oh my god. I don't know.
crashing out.
None.
I don't.
Perfect.
No, I have a lot of bad habits. I just don't know which one. Being emotional.
That is not a bad habit. That is a healthy habit.
Astrology sign.
Scorpio.
Marriage.
Maybe in the cards.
Religion.
Jesus.
Breastfeeding.
Was for.
Mariah Carey.
Icon.
Last time you had sex.
A few days ago.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Porn category.
Raunchy.
That's a category?
I don't know. Is that or is it more?
What's your favorite porn category?
Oh, my favorite porn category. Just anything sensual.
Sensual. Ooh, sensual massage.
Yeah.
Love language.
Words of affirmation.
Co-parenting.
A struggle.
Sister wives.
Hilarious.
Bree TC.
Who?
Deal breaker.
Communication.
More kids.
I'm in the thick of it.
Toxic trait.
Being myself.
My whole self.
Favorite sex position.
All of them.
Narcissism.
Interesting.
Femininity.
Sexy.
Mexicana.
Pride.
Alanisha Cole.
Artsy.
Turn on.
Ruggedness. Just,
Celebrity crush.
I guess Nick Cannon, your baby daddy.
Therapy.
Essential.
Best advice you ever got.
Best advice. God, that's good. Dr. Seuss, there's no one alive more youer than you.
Threesome.
Had it.
How was it?
It was one of the baby moms.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah,
It was fun. It was fun. It was cool. It was like
was that pre-babies?
that was how my daughter was conceived.
Oh, Valentine's
in
Day.
a threesome?
Yeah, it was fun.
That's that.
Oh, wow. You
It
guys
might have
have
been
a
fun.
combined Valentine's Day.
Are you guys cool still?
No.
Damn.
Damn.
That would have been that's iconic.
Which leads me to my next question. Pussy eating.
No.
Damn.
so you didn't pussy in the threesome?
No.
No?
So was it like a goddess experience? Wait,
It was just more like a fun experience.
Did you
'cause
guys play with each other, or you guys just
I don't really
watered
remember
Nick?
much because I was really like, we had a lot of tequila. It went from like Tao to like another place to another place. So it was pretty lit.
was it planned? Or it just
No,
happened?
no, because her and I were just having dinner, and then Nick knew we were at dinner, so then he showed up, and then her and I we were already on like a spiral of tequila shots,
He's
and
like, let me
then
go try my luck real quick.
yeah, and then it happened the first time, and then it happened again in another state. So it just was like a
It
thing.
was a more than one time
Yeah.
situation.
That was
fun.
that was your only threesome experience?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you never ate pussy.
I don't think so. I don't really
you
vividly
said that,
remember.
What about the second time?
I don't remember either. 'Cause
Girl.
Philippe Chow had us all like really lit. It was fun. It was like a good
It was
time.
fun, but I don't
It was
remember
fun,
the deets.
and we were drinking, and then we lit like a joint at the
Canada.
house. So we were really, we were really next level. Yeah.
How many kids does she have?
2,
Okay, I'm
3. 3. She has 3.
Oh, I know which one it is.
You don't. You're on her business.
I do, because I looked at the baby mama tree.
You might. She might.
Not the tree. I think that needs to be everywhere. By the way, that was funny.
There's a baby mama tree.
That
In case you
tree-
didn't know.
Of course
That
she
was
knows.
true.
Everybody's seen that tree.
Wait, okay. I just want to go back to the Brie one. I didn't mean who. I just was like, wait, who?
Oh, did I say her name right?
I guess boss. I
Boss?
guess yeah,
Bree-
she's boss. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's the boss.
Okay, that's kind of you. MILF.
Me.
Cannabis.
I think it's very helpful in healing.
you want to hit this?
No, I'm good. I'm good. But I definitely had my era, and it was fun. Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Never tried.
No mushrooms.
No.
So we had to get our skinny dip and to get some mushrooms.
Girl, I'm nervous about the shrooms. I'm scared to go on like a trip
Oh, I gotta go to the retreat.
because I'm super uptight. So like, I can't even imagine. I'll probably be like, is everything done and fixed?
No,
and-
that will be the first thing.
okay.
Pet peeve.
Not communicating.
Favorite quality about Nick.
Favorite quality about Nick. There's like several. He's just a really like generous person. He's really kind. Yeah.
Favorite food.
Chinese.
Birth.
Traumatic.
Biggest accomplishment.
Biggest accomplishment, finding myself.
Motherhood.
Motherhood, yeah. Just finding myself through that. Yeah.
No, the other question is motherhood.
Oh, motherhood. I mean, beautiful. Yeah.
What's Nick's sign?
Libra.
Libra.
Well, you've survived a trigger, Abby.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Like, let me rephrase that before somebody starts subbing me on Instagram.
Oh, no.
It's too
Oh, my
much.
God.
It's too dramatic. You guys like.
I'm sure
Listen.
as time goes, everybody will be, I feel like, more merry.
So you've mentioned that being in this conglomerate that you call it, you feel like you're in a monogamous relationship.
I do, but I know it's open. But I think people forget like we're all in an open relationship. Like,
So if you got a side boyfriend,
I don't know. I never tried. I gotta try it.
But is it?
Would he be
but
mad?
is the setup that you guys are monogamous to him and that you guys aren't allowed to have your own?
Yeah, it's monopoly.
Monopoly.
oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew
So
that.
like one person, several people.
And this is a conversation that he's had with you guys about.
No.
that
That's
this is
just
the dynamic.
that's just
this is
what
the
we fall
dynamic that you
into.
guys have
just
agree
rocked
to.
with. Yeah.
You did agree. It's not just like an unspoken thing. Like
No,
if
it
you-
is unspoken.
So if you
we
got a
never
boyfriend,
really-
would it be over between you guys, you think?
I don't know. I gotta try it.
You've never had that conversation?
No.
What? You never said, Nick, what if I went and got some dick?
No.
What?
That rhymes.
What kind
Nick,
of
what if I got some dick?
I've
what kind of
never
arguments
had that
y'all be having?
conversation.
Really?
Wow.
I've never had that conversation.
I'm petty because
really
that'd be the
curious.
first question. Like, listen, I got a couple niggas. I got their numbers, so
I
just
just
wanna know where
never.
we're-
I just never thought to ask. Like I don't. It's never crossed my mind to be like, okay, what's gonna happen?
Nick's never gonna let you come back on this show. We're like, fuck those bitches. It's just not. It's not personal. I just need these are my
That's
personal
so
questions. I need to
funny.
know.
No,
Like, you
that-
don't hang out with those bitches no mo.
It's true that I've never had that conversation. So,
Really?
yeah.
Well, I'm just
When
gonna...
you do, call us.
Yeah, let
'Cause
us
I
know.
will.
Let us know if you need to practice.
I'm gonna let you
just
guys
call
know.
us and we
You
can
do want
practice
practice
with
right
you.
now.
I think it'll probably be like not received well.
Really?
Yeah,
The-
I think the male ego just with any man will be like, you think you're gonna?
So you think I'm just going to come over after you just...
You think it's gonna happen and this and
You know what I think is so funny about the male ego? They can't handle shit. They can't handle anything that they dish.
But look how, yeah, because look how much you have to handle. You carry so much. You take care of the kids, 80-20. You know,
it's
you're
the
in a,
shade room.
you're in the
all the time.
You're in the polymonogamy. You know, I would imagine that, like, you know, it's hard to split that time between that many women. So, like, you're splitting time and splitting moments.
Yeah.
And these niggas could never.
Oh my God, they
could
would
literally
crumble
I
and dissolve.
really would love to see that happen. Like I would love to like.
Maybe do you know what reality show y'all need to do is
What?
Nick swap, wife swap.
Nick
like,
swap.
Like he needs to go and live your lives.
Like, you need to live at H house as the mom.
No.
And then you go on dates.
Y'all, I just know if
I'm
that were to
pitching it.
happen, I would be like rushing home. I'd be like, "Are the kids good? Like, what's happening?"
Well, he
there?
needs to figure out what he needs to figure it out.
Yeah,
Don't call
yeah,
me.
for sure.
Bitch, he has 12 kids. If he don't know how to parent a kid by now, like that's a problem. And this is also something that comes up a lot from women, moms who come to our retreat who are afraid to come because they're like, if I leave, everything is going to crumble. My child's not going to brush their teeth for 5 days. So the fuck what? That's what has to happen.
Yeah,
they
for
got
sure.
they have to learn that dynamic.
right.
They have to know how daddy takes care, and daddy got to learn because daddy hasn't learned because we take care of everything.
Yeah, for sure. We
and
definitely
really,
take care of
they know
everything.
how to. They really do. Like they might call you and be like, I don't know where's the blah. Figure it. Like if you don't answer,
Just like
they're
we
gonna
figured it
have to
out.
figure it
Yeah,
out
for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
so he will figure it out because he has 12 of them. And at this point, if
He
you ain't
should.
figured it out,
Yeah.
Do we need to take Nick to mommy training? Like,
Is there
mommy boot camp?
is there a thing called mommy training?
I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
you're gonna put in mom boot camp.
We are offering a mommy boot camp, and send your husbands, and we will show them what to do.
Yeah, we're gonna put him through the ringer.
This is how you make formula. This is how you make this is how you do
Yes.
the laundry.
Wake
Yes.
up at 6 a.m. The kids are gonna have 42 questions
Oh
for
my
you
God,
before you can open your
This one
100.
doesn't like eggs. This one likes egg whites. This one doesn't eat
Yes.
either. This
Isn't
one likes
that
fruit.
so crazy that we can actually
multitask in that way?
Yes, my kids are all like that. Like my twins are like, one only eats breads, one only eats meats, crispy meat, one eats
Crispy
everything.
meat.
It's like really interesting how we're able to decipher all that.
And I'm realizing, like, as I'm talking to you, like, we're around the same age, but starting mommyhood straight out the gate with 2 kids
Yeah.
is like, booyah. You
Yeah,
know,
I
like,
know.
that's an even other, like, level of postpartum. And
Oh
like,
yeah, I went through the worst postpartum. I went through the trenches of it. Absolutely.
in addition to the outside noise, in addition to people criticizing, in addition to people having opinions,
Yeah.
like on top of just your hormones
Yeah.
and 2 extra people in the house, like
Yeah.
that's a big shout out to you, girl. And you look fucking good. A lot of
thank
girls
you so much.
have one kid and they can't even look.
Thank you.
They can't even wash their hair once. You know, so
Thank
you're
you.
doing the damn thing.
I'm telling you, my family has just got me through like a lot, like especially through the trenches. But I knew I was out. I actually just got it out of postpartum. That whole like fog that you really experience, probably about, I want to say like less than a year ago. And it wasn't until I just started like having visions again, or like being able to see things, or even envisioning what I wanted like my home to look like the interior of it. Like I had no want or desire for any of that. Like I couldn't see anything. And I was so fogged up. And it wasn't until one morning I was like, I had a dream. Like I told my sister, I was like, I had a dream. I'm starting to see again. And that is so important. I was like, I think it's not that I think I know that like the fog is leaving me. Like there was so much that has been a blur for me. Also, maybe that's why I've been able to handle all this so well, because it just has been such a blur.
You're kind of like numb a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the beginning of motherhood, there is a disassociation that happens. Like all your association goes into the children.
Kids, yeah.
And so I'm happy you spoke on that. And like, you know, like postpartum can last up to like 5 to 7
Oh,
years.
absolutely.
It's like not a fucking, you have a baby and, you know, it's a 3-month thing. It's like an ongoing thing.
I will say though, people, when a woman comes out of postpartum and the fog clears, that's a dangerous woman.
I think that's where I'm at right now.
That's a dangerous
now I'm
woman,
like,
and that's when like relationships
I'm kinda fucked
dynamics
up.
start to switch, and people start to not be able to recognize you anymore. And
I think that's what's happening
You're
right
like,
now.
wait,
in my
who's this
life.
bitch?
I'm like,
I'm
wait.
back, bitches.
I think that's what's truly happening, and I love that you're saying that, because that actually fits the mold right now.
yeah, and it's a powerful place to be in. So
This is how we birthed this.
So
we were
be
in a
excited.
specific
That's
place.
exciting.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's really
Thank
exciting.
you
And
for
remind
sharing
us
that.
to give you a good mom's guide to making bad choices
Oh, yeah, please.
before you leave, because
Please.
there's a lot of
Plug the
there's
book.
That's actually one
Plug
next-
it.
There is. I mean, it's. We always say this. This is like a book. There's always all these books about like this is how you take care of the baby. This is how you swallow,
Yeah.
swaddle, not swallow. That's our book.
I know. I'm like, swallow, girl.
That's a different book. That's ours. But there's not a lot of books that address the newness for the mother and what you experience and ways to like process that. And so I'd like to say that our book is for the mothers who are having babies. It's not just about the baby, but how you mother yourself in this process.
Yeah.
So I think this is actually, Nick's not going to be happy, but
we're gonna leave this with you.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking of motherhood, you mentioned that is it your son who has autism?
Yeah, my
How has that been for you as an autism mom?
It's very difficult at times, but again, my support system, I have an amazing sister and my nanny, who's not a nanny. She's like my family. So,
I know what that's like.
she is just amazing. It's always going to be different in my household. Everything requires a different dynamic. The messes are different. The wants are different. You know, you're not communicated with the way other kids would, and my child is different, and that's a reality that was tough for me at first, because you know you want the best for your child, but then you realize that child is like the best thing that has ever happened to you. And my child I can't even imagine my child to not have autism in this like weird way, and I don't know how that's gonna come out, but like I'm so honored to be his mom and to like have that, to like advocate him, because him having autism has taught me like to advocate for something other than myself. And you know, I've always suppressed my voice, and now I have to use it to be like, you're gonna take my son in for an appointment and you're gonna see him and we're gonna get a diagnosis and this, that, and the third. So it's really been my biggest blessing in disguise is my sons, because Zion is just he's just the best big brother. Like he speaks for him, and the twin telepathy thing is so real.
oh, the two
And
boys, and then okay, they're both
yes,
twins.
they're both
okay.
twins, and he will know Mom, Zilly wants chips, and I'm like, no, he doesn't. And Zilly will be climbing something 5 minutes later for chips. Or
That's really
Yeah, or he'll
cool.
be like, Mom, Zilly needs a diaper change, and I'm like, no, he doesn't. And then I'll look at Zilly needs a diaper change.
my God, that's
Or,
really cool.
Yeah, or Zilly's outside, and I'm like, no, he's not. And then 5 minutes later, I'll hear front door, and I'm like, wow, the fact that you know like every move of your brother, or what he's saying to you in whatever way that is, it's really sweet. Yeah,
Wow, that's
but yeah, my son, his diagnosis changed everything, and I'm really honored to be the mother of that. But then also there was like a lot of kind of shame that came with it, because my child is also the only child of Nick's that has a special need. So it was also like, what did I do? Like I harbored so much guilt. Like, was it my fault? What could I have done differently? But like everything was the plan. Like this is what God wanted. And because of that, I just am like, this is the vibe. This is the move. And
I'm really
yeah.
excited to see this version of you. Like you even saying you found your voice. Like obviously you've already found your voice. You're like a radio host.
Yeah.
And you've, like you said, you followed and chased this specific career. So now
Yes.
that like throat chakra is activated and you are aware of it and you feel like empowered and you know, this chapter of your life, I'm really excited to
Thank
see
you.
how you're going to like, how that spark like lights a fire, because that's what happens. Like I think people underestimate birth. I always say it's a rite of passage, and like motherhood, because you're like, if I could give birth to a human, bitch, I could do anything. Ain't no
Yeah.
doctor or anybody gonna tell me shit.
Yeah.
You know. So there's like I think a lot of times people try to make motherhood almost like a a handicap in ways. Like, oh, you're a mom, you can't go. Oh, you can't wear that. You're a mom.
Yeah.
Oh, she's baking cookies. No, bitch, I'm outside. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's really beautiful. And I think this is why this platform is important, and that we have conversations with all different moms and all different dynamics and all different, you know, just because people try to make you feel like motherhood is where your life ends. But in reality, ladies, it's where that shit gets popping. And,
Yeah,
and even
for
if
sure.
you don't have like a physical child, if it's a business or something you're passionate that you've birthed, I think there's a like a fearlessness that is activated through birth and through like really being in the trenches with someone and creating something. And I think it's going to be really, really, really beautiful for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for to receive that. Thank you.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I have one more question about motherhood and just how, you know, you have a daughter, and I'm just curious.
Beautiful.
What's your daughter's name?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh,
Beautiful.
beautiful. Of
Yes.
course. Wow, what a beautiful name to be called all the time.
Yes.
I guess I'm curious to know, because, you know, like people ask us all the time too, like, what are you going to tell your kids about, you know, this,
yes, I love this
all this
question.
podcasting that you do. You talk about sex, and they're going to read your book, and they're going to listen. And I'm just wondering, like, not really so much about, like, you know, the dynamic that you have, but whether or not you would ever encourage her to have the dynamic that you have.
I want my kids, and I've said this even years ago in a different podcast, I want my kids to look back and be like, Mom did it her way, and I too am going to do it my way. And whatever that is that makes me happy and that feels right in my spirit, anything that doesn't feel right to them, I want them to actually be able to recognize that. There were so many moments in my life that I didn't recognize what wasn't right for me out of fear of just saying this isn't right for me. And I stayed way too long in situations and in places that I shouldn't have. And with something that feels right, when I followed my soul, great things just happened. And, you know, following my heart led me to my children. And without my children, I wouldn't be who I am today. And there's so many beautiful things when you listen to that voice inside. So what I'm looking forward to is for my kids to be like, Mom really did it her way. Now, if they grow up to think that's not a way I would do things, but I'm happy you did it, then that's going to be their path to go down. But I am so excited to teach my kids a mindset of no limiting beliefs in yourself, but also in how you're going to choose to live your life. You can really co-create with the ultimate creator the life of your dreams in whatever ways that is. And it's so important to tap into that and to create everything that you've desired in your own way. So whether that be having 6 relationships, if that's what you choose, then do it right, do it with integrity, do it with honesty, and do it with, you know, your best foot forward. If it's not, then you be a one woman man and you are one man woman, and you do it to the best of your ability. And I don't know, people, I'm going to get backlash for even saying that, but it's true. When you have the freedom of choice, it changes everything. You know?
I think that's what we all want for our kids.
Yeah.
I always tell Lena, like, she says all the time, she's like, we're different.
Yeah.
She's like, we're different. Like my mom does this and I do this. And I think that is the most powerful message, like sovereignty.
Yeah.
And like you said, be a good person.
Yeah. At the end of it, like all the things are nice, but like if you're not a good person to your core or like who you are, like it doesn't matter. Like this world is full of like worldly riches and things, and I've been able to see it. I've been in the best of cars and I've been in the best of hotels and all that, and at the end of the day, it's like if you're with someone who's trash inside, you just can't wait to get the fuck out of there. Right. Like it doesn't matter any of that. Like that saying, like I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce than like a Honda. Like I've been in both. And
I've cried in both.
Sometimes the Honda is really nice. Like it's a really better ride.
It's nice. The Honda, that guy's gonna go home and rub your feet afterwards and make love to you.
Civic, like has hit several times. So I just
got you from point A to point B.
Yes, do what makes your heart feel the happiest, and be around people that are really truly good people. You know.
I like that you said, you know, you're co-creating your life with the creator. Like that's true. Like people forget, like you're co-creating. You are an extension of that divinity. And like we talk a lot about manifesting and we speak a lot of things into existence. And with our friendship and like the entity we've created, we've realized like when we started talking together, we're like, oh shit, that happened kind of quick.
Yeah.
You know, like just like that, things that start to like manifest in you know, like tangible form. And so like when you think about you're co-creating with the universe, you're co-creating with God. So I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's also too where like my brand Love in Every Frequency came from. It's because like it's literally a frequency you're putting out every day, like creating or loving everybody. My house requires different forms of love in every frequency, whether that be low, high, intense, normal, like all different things. And it's like when you honor that, you really nurture that, you see so much progress and you see your manifestations or your prayers or whatever that maybe just happen at the blink of an eye. And you're like, wow, all it took was just me following that frequency and that soul calling, you know?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, of course.
Actually, but with all your gems that you're dropping, do you have an affirmation for our people?
I am love in every frequency. I'm going to say that. I think that it's just really nice to share space with people and you have such a beautiful frequency. You're such a free spirit. You're so like, when you walk in, I could feel like I've known you 100 years, you know, like you're just a light. You're just like deep and intense, but you're also so like, open, and the way you're like so free with your stories is it gives people space to also be open with their heart and to share with you whatever it is that you bring that out of people. And I think that your guys' frequency just allowed me space to also share myself and my frequency. So I am love in every frequency. I think that's a beautiful affirmation, whether you believe in that or not. I think even if you call that in, you're going to receive love in all different forms and frequencies.
I am love in every frequency.
See? Wait, that sounded really beautiful. You guys said that so beautifully.
Thank you for
If
sharing.
you need any drops on any of your
Yeah,
songs,
that was amazing. I'm like, I'm going to cut that by itself. That was so
one thing me and
good.
Eric are going to do, we are going to solicit ourselves as video hosts, drops.
You guys make the perfect balance of each other. Like you guys were meant to do this. Absolutely. You guys, even you guys just smoking backwood on this couch. It's so open. Like you feel like any of your bad habits or anything that you feel like you're hiding is just so free in this space to be like, you know, if I'm a pill popper, you know, I just popped a pill the other day. You guys be like, bitch, you deserve that pill or whatever. Like that's the vibe. You guys are so amazing in that way. So I really, again, like I really love your guys' platform and what you guys have created.
Thank you.
It's
We
really
needed
amazing.
to hear that, and so I appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of love in every frequency.
Okay.
Do you have a horror story for us,
I
Abby?
do. Okay, so my horror story. There's several.
Pick the highest high, like the highest one.
Of like
Your favorite one that had the best ending, that was the most extreme, whatever. You choose
Whatever comes up for you
whatever your
first.
pussy chooses.
My favorite horror story, it's not really a horror story, but it was like a selfish story because I hadn't like climaxed in a really long time. And I finally was able to like reach it and go there. And I remember just like looking at the person and being like, I gotta go. Like I wanted to drive down Sunset with my windows down and like feel that shit, like feel the wind in my hair. Like I just wanted to feel all that. And like that person was so offended because it never happened to them. And I remember them being like,
Like they made you come and then you were like, bye.
no, that's how it was.
You know, I gotta go suddenly. That was great.
I
Thanks.
really was like, no, I really rolled out of bed. I was like, I gotta go. Like, this is amazing. I remember just living so much in that. And I think because I had been with like one person only for such a long time that it felt so freeing to like not have any obligations there.
You're not even my man.
Like I had none
You're
there.
like,
It
finally
was
to
just
be the
like
man. Like-
such a fun time and a good time. And I remember being like, I gotta go. Like, and it just hit him in a different way than what I thought it was gonna hit him because he was really offended by that. But
kinda
what
love that.
I got in my car, I just rolled all the windows down. I played my playlist. I felt like I was in full manifesting mode. I was like, I got to use this vibration.
No,
right
listen.
now.
After a good
Orgasm?
after a good come,
Right?
orgasm, you can manifest. The portals are open in
That's
all ways.
what I was saying. I
So
was like, no.
open.
And at the time, my drive home was like a good 45 minutes.
Oh,
and
you
I was
traveled
like,
for that dick.
Oh, I did. Absolutely, I
As bitches
did
will
that
do.
time. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this moment for myself. And I did. And I remember just like there was no thought of him at the time. It was just all about me. Like
Oh, I
my
love
body
that.
felt so good. My mind felt free. I felt like anything was attainable and touchable. And I think in that moment is when I really, because I was in the top of like Sunset on the very top.
You don't know why.
So,
when,
like,
when you said that, I was imagining like on the
yeah,
top
I
of
was like
Sunset.
at a really fly house off of Sunset. Like it was really beautiful. So I had the city to look down and the hills, and I was like, no one's gonna take this from me. I'm enjoying this by myself. And I remember like getting home and having like some messages on my phone, and I was like, I know you're not gonna understand it, but I just needed my own time. Like I needed
thanks.
my
Oh,
own.
by the way, thanks.
Thanks
You
so
good?
much. I
You
needed
good?
it so
Do you
bad.
masturbate?
When I got home?
No, do you masturbate just in general?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, I don't know.
people
Are you
don't.
like a vibrator girl? Fingers?
I'm like all types of ways, girl. Like however I'm
However way you can
feeling.
get it,
Yeah. Whatever I have time for, realistically. But yeah. But I used to be like a girly who never liked to stay the night anywhere unless it was like my own bed. So I've offended a few people off of that strength because it feels weird laying next to like somebody that you're not fully.
Yeah.
I felt like that when I first started dating after me and my child's father broke up. I would literally sneak out of niggas' beds.
That's what
I was like,
did. I would be one time.
I am not waking up in the morning to that face, even if it is a good face.
Like it was a good face for the time.
like we're
but,
not.
I'm
We
gonna
don't need
go
to. Let's not do all
home.
that. We don't need to do all that.
I'll
You
never
snore and
forget.
shit. I don't even like you like that. Now you
That is
snore.
just like I get a good cuddle in. I want to get a cuddle. It's not that I don't want to be cuddled. I want to be cuddled, and then I want you to. I don't even like cuddling all the way like into sleep anyway because I get hot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nigga, okay, we got the cuddle
Yes.
in. You're good. We're good.
Yes.
I'm gonna go sleep in my bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I did that again, like where I just needed to leave. It wasn't because I was coming. It was just because it was already late. And I was like, well, I just need to go. And his roommate from the very top was like, why are you leaving? Why don't you ever stay the night? And I was like, I'm gone. Like, I don't even got to answer to you. Like, this is
Why are you talking to
weird.
me?
But he was like, it's just so weird that you don't ever stay the night. And I was like, thank God I don't ever stay the night. Like now I got two guys to answer to. Like I'm good off
Wait,
of
the
all you
roommate
guys.
was saying
The
this?
roommate was saying
You
this,
mind
not the
your-
guy I was sleeping
mind
with.
your fucking
So it was
business.
so interesting. I mean, granted, the roommate was a really, really sweet guy, but still, he was really concerned for his friend because I would never stay the night. I would just like handle my business and leave. But I was like, why are you so concerned about it? Like, leave me
Mind your
alone.
business.
Yeah, mind your business.
I kind of love that. I love making men feel like how women feel a lot of times. I feel like I always ask men like, have you ever felt lousy after like? Have you ever felt used?
Yeah.
A lot of them don't. I'm like, or have you ever felt guilty? Like,
Yes.
And sometimes people will say yes, but a lot of times men are like, no.
No.
I'm like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because all of our sex history is all riddled in shame and guilt.
Yes.
And here you guys are just swinging the dick free and happy.
Yeah, but I think I utilized that time in my life to just be like all about me.
Absolutely.
And then when it wasn't anymore. So I really have no regrets in that for sure.
I love that.
Yes.
I encourage all women listening, if you haven't had a couple seasons of acting like the nigga, try it.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, don't call him back. Fuck it.
Women aren't good at
Hit
that.
it and quit.
I know.
We're so bad at
Be a
that.
little toxic.
Yeah, I mean, we're good at that.
We're good at being toxic.
Maybe I should-
We're good at being toxic for like and harming ourselves in the toxicity.
Yeah, but
not like the
I'm-
toxic that actually empowers us.
I'm
no.
not advocating to be toxic or mean. I'm advocating for you to do what's good for you, despite what it feels like for somebody else.
No, I'm Casper De La Rosa. Like you, I am Casper De La Rosa. Like you will never hear from me again. Like I've never
Not
been.
Casper De La Rosa.
My ex is the only one I actually broke through windows for, and like
No,
actually
because
went
once you get us
crazy
there,
for,
I
and
mean,
I'm
maybe it's a Scorpio thing. Because me too. Like I will literally
Go
ghost you.
silent. Yeah, like
once you push me to the edge, you will not hear from me
that's
at
what,
all.
and that's why I get so mad.
Unless we're
People
gonna,
are
unless
so
I need to
nice.
have like a conversation, unless there's something I need like closure of some sort. 3
Yes.
years later,
3 years later, absolutely right.
you're not gonna to hear from me.
Yes.
So I get that.
Yes.
Because when we love hard.
Yeah, we do, for sure.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like for us.
Not
Yeah.
dangerous.
Not for them. Well, it could be, but mostly for us. Like, I think that's why Scorpios get such a bad rap of like, either we're like totally obsessed or we're
Yeah.
very cold.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because like once we're wide open and then we feel like taken for granted or any of those things, like it might take a while for us to get there, but once we do, it's very cut and dry.
It's done.
Yeah.
Like it's done. When you're actually when I'm silent, it's like scarier than me popping off or
Period.
anything. Like I actually feel really bad if I'm super silent because that's a message loud and clear that I don't even got to say it. Like you already know the vibes.
Sometimes I'm like, why are you making me spell it out for you?
I'm
like-
not spelling
like-
nothing. I'm not even mumbling at this point. Like, I'm not like
silence. It means
I'm not going to spell it because I've already said it
Yes.
twice.
yeah,
Yes.
So don't make me say it
Yes,
again.
I really wish I was like a chaser or like a paragraph writer. And Nick used to always be like, all you say is like K or like
because
you'll
you
like
know what the fuck
thing.
that
and
means.
I'm like,
the whole paragraph
that's
is
all
in
I
the
gotta
K.
say. Like I don't have nothing to
That's
say.
it. I
am
already
not
said it.
writing you a fucking paragraph,
Paragraph.
weirdo.
No.
Like
Bet.
I'm K.
I mean, I think about him and his not his poor mental health, but his mental health of all the women he has to deal with on a daily basis that
Right, he
have
probably
different
is never used to that.
have different personalities and how they deal with anger and how they deal with all the things. And he has to like look at he must not want to ever look at his phone because looking at your phone, you're like, oh my God, I got to respond to this paragraph. I got to
Yeah.
respond to this voice note.
Yes.
Oh, she said K.
And then the fact is he has 12 kids, but then on top of that, there's additional personalities. Like he's actually working with even more people because you all are working with him, but
Yeah.
he's working with the children plus the moms.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's another layer.
Is he
that
okay? Does he
okay?
need a
I don't
retreat?
know, you guys. Shit,
That's a
I'll
lot.
figure out.
I'm
I don't
a lot.
know.
And a water sign, like I already know as one woman, I'm a lot. I tell my man all the time, if you could get another girlfriend, nigga,
You know,
congratulations.
Yes.
Libra men are like, I always say they're like the weirdos of the zodiac signs. They're like kind of loners, but they can kind of float around and be around a lot of people, but they're weirdos.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of be a weirdo to be as successful as him because he has been insanely successful from such a young age.
Yes.
There's like there's something else. There's a genius in his mind that
Absolutely.
he's able to like unlock to be able to have the capacity because he has to have so much capacity to be able to deal with all of that.
Absolutely, for
So shit, Nick.
Shout out to
I'm
him.
praying for you, Nick. Are
Yeah.
you okay? We listen.
Yes.
Go take a nap.
Yeah, naps are good.
Yeah.
Naps
a
are good. Yeah, naps are good.
Well, Abby, I am so grateful and thankful that you
Yes.
came onto the
Thank
show.
you
It was
guys for
so
having me.
great to chat with you and talk to you and get to know you better.
Thank you.
Seriously, this was fun. Feels like we just chilling and chatting.
Yes, I'm glad you guys asked me all the things. That
Good,
was
I'm-
fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a
You
good
got to tell me what
time.
this means.
Oh,
though.
yeah. Hello.
Dang. Oh.
What does it mean?
It's tarot time.
It is
guys.
tarot time. I'm excited to read it now. That is not
So we had Abby pulled the Three of Wands.
it. The Three of Wands. While the Two of Wands speaks to planning for the future from a place of safety and comfort, the Three of Wands shows that your plans are now well underway and you're considering even more opportunities to expand your current strategy and maximize your ultimate potential.
Wow.
Everything is progressing steadily as expected, thanks to your solid preparation and ongoing drive. The Three of Wands signals the many chances available to you to broaden your horizons through study, travel, business, come to retreat, enterprise, and learning. You are becoming more aware of the opportunities that exist for you right now, and there are still more to come. To take advantage of this potential, you must stay committed to your path and prepared to stretch beyond your comfort zone. Knowing your best hopes lie outside of your current environment, it is time to think big. Consider that consider what you can to open doors to more development and self-expression and self-exploration. This card encourages you to dream bigger than your limitations. Accept your vision and be confident you will achieve it. It also brings your attention to the changes and challenges that lie ahead. Given the man in this card can see far into the distance, then you are likely to be already aware of the upcoming developments and obstacles and can prepare for them in ahead of time.
Shit. If that wasn't the truth.
It resonates?
It also says you're planning to travel overseas or over a body of water and encourages you to be more adventurous and venture to unknown places to discover more about yourself and learn many new things along the way. You may also explore international job opportunities.
Oh, I love that.
We're also available to come to Ibiza when you headline
when
there.
I'm DJing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the good moms.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
We'll be like your side dancers.
Yes. I love that. That's amazing. I was like hoping it wasn't a bad card, but that actually resonates very, very.
What did I tell you? I said it always resonates.
You said it always resonates
99.9% of the time.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Because we're witches, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, I was bleeding on the beginning of the lunar.
Oh, me too. I started my period that day.
Oh my God, same.
What the fuck are we?
That's crazy. And it felt really intense. It was like, I was telling my sister, I was like, this is really interesting that I'm bleeding like on the lunar New Year. But yeah, just to say.
I was bleeding on the Lunar New Year myself.
Okay.
As well.
I'll believe
I actually started right the day before. And yeah,
that's crazy.
I just ended.
Well, look, we're all just really powerful individuals, and we're tuned in and tapped in.
Yes.
So thank you for allowing me to tune into the Good Moms, Bad Choices frequency for the day.
Of course,
it was amazing.
You're invited back anytime.
Oh, thank
Absolutely.
you.
And we're going to get in a group chat and we're going to shake those titties.
Okay.
We're going to microdose and we're going to go out and skinny dip.
Okay.
Write that down.
Let's do it.
Abby, where can our people find you?
At Hi Abby De La Rosa or at Love in Every Frequency. Those are my two brands. Anything else from there is not me, or I can't even say it's my burner page. I can't say it's my Finsta. But what I am going to say is those are the only two platforms. I'm at Hi Abby De La Rosa all across the board. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and all the good stuff.
Perfect.
Lovely.
Well, we'll put all of that in this episode's description. Make sure you check out our episode description to check out the Good Vibe Retreat. You can also check us out on Instagram at the Good Vibe Retreat and just see the vibes, check out the vibes, and follow me at Watch Erica.
And you can follow me at Milah_map.
And if you haven't already, please leave us a review on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, fun.
And go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube.
We look cute and shit.
Just
We
hit
got
the
legs
subscribe so
out.
that you know when the episodes drop every Wednesday, or I think Thursdays on YouTube.
And please write a review. Did you say that already?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, do it again.
We need you to. We need them. We need them.
And it gives us motivation to keep going.
Yeah.
So thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
So we'll see you guys next week. Love you.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm living so good, can't you tell? I went through a drought, that's until I found a well. Made my heaven on earth, I used to be broke as hell. Now I got the blues dancing like Beyonce Giselle. Throat chakra popping, it's power in our voices. Patriarchy kept it in the box to exploit us. Women put the P in power, so it's pointless. They want me to be good, so I made bad choices. Bad mom, not a bad mom, but a bad mom. Get her Zen on, put cannabis in her bath bomb. Walked in, boss was capping, I blew his cap off. Top dog now, I'm immune to the cat calls. Curvy in the waist, but straight to it like a dollar sign. Mother and a lover, intuitive like a water sign. Warrior in the winter and sensual in the summertime. I do it all, ain't no one I need to run it by.